ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. But before we jump on in, I just want to say over 50% of you are not subscribed to the channel. That's absolutely insane. If you guys do enjoy XRP content, crypto-related content, and just updates, news, and analysis of the markets, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. And again, you do not have to subscribe if you don't find any of the information or the content in this video interesting. Maybe you didn't learn anything, then you don't have to subscribe. But if you do enjoy the content, if you do learn something new, maybe you find it very interesting, then hey, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. It definitely helps the channel, and I do always appreciate it. Also, hit that like button and comment down below how you guys feel about the current market conditions, and also what you think is going to happen around the XRP lawsuit this year, as I do believe that the lawsuit will be finished this year. So let's just dive into this. So first off, from John E. Deaton, we do see, as I point out to Judge Torres in our amicus brief, XRP is already the first regulated cryptocurrency. That's right, already the first regulated cryptocurrency in the US, when considering the 2015 FinCEN/DOJ settlement. Below is probably why Brad Garlinghouse has repeatedly corrected the media when they say there is no regulation. And this is quoting, documenting Ripple. XRP will be the first regulated cryptocurrency in the US. We do see from Johnny Deaton what he was talking about in terms of what Brad Garlinghouse is discussing. We do see not only did Ripple have to register as a MSB, but had to register XRP sales with FinCEN and the DOJ, not the SEC. Ripple had to select a third-party auditor approved by FinCEN and the DOJ to submit audits of XRP sales for 5 years. Ripple has been ahead of the game. They have been a step ahead of the SEC for a while. In my opinion, this case had one clear intent: slow them down. Slow them down as much as possible. 2 years have gone by. This case is so big. This case is one of the largest cases around crypto and around finance in the history of time. Why? Because I believe that this case, the decision, will not only pave the way for where finance is headed, but also the global monetary system. This case could change and reshape the entire way society utilizes money. This is why it's so important that we make sure that the outcome of this case is only shifted one way, and that's a clear win for Ripple. And again, it's not only around the US. All of these major areas, like the European Central Bank, for an example, they are pushing for regulations that are absolutely ridiculous. The cost to society of an unregulated crypto industry is too high to ignore. This is from the executive board member at the ECB. Regulators should treat trading in unbacked digital assets as they would gambling activities. Wait a second. Hold up. Unbacked digital assets? Guys, what is the euro backed with? What is the US dollar backed with? Because I'm just trying to find the correlation here, because the last time I checked, we're kind of living in a fantasy realm where fiat currency is supposedly backed, and fiat currency is not completely made up and illogical. But hey, it's okay. Yeah, we need to treat trading in unbacked digital assets as they would gambling activities. You seriously can't make this nonsense up. We even do see here, they're questioning the legitimization of unsound crypto models and how regulators must avoid falling prey to the crypto industry's intense lobbying. How absolutely insane is these statements? Crypto regulation and taxation won't be enough. No, absolutely not. To build solid foundations for digital finance, we need a risk-free digital settlement asset. You know what they're pushing? Look at this. CBDCs. They don't want crypto. They do not want crypto at all. They are going to try to kill crypto by regulation. They want a CBDC that's risk-free, in quotation marks, it's nonsense. This is absolutely nonsense. Just like recently, we've seen joint statement on crypto asset risk to banking organizations. Nathan Price, Nate855 posted this. Check this out. Let me open this real quick up in a new tab, so that you guys can see. I don't want to read over all of this. It's just kind of centered on like we have to monitor crypto asset exposures of banking organizations because it could pose a systemic risk and all this nonsensical, it's complete, nonsense. It really is. But we do see this is the joint statement on crypto asset risks to banking organizations. It's got posted on the 3rd from the Fed. We talked about it slightly. But we do see legal uncertainties related to custody practices, redemptions, and ownership rights, some of which are currently the subject of legal processes and proceedings. Heightened risk associated with open, public, and/or decentralized networks. And it's all talking about like cyber attacks, outages, lost or trapped assets, illicit finance. Like, dude, they seriously like their intent could not be ever more clear. As we've just seen, the Fed announced the not only trialing but the demoing of a CBDC in the U.S. backed CBDC. We also hear about this, how crypto assets are, a risk to banking organizations. I'll tell you why they're a risk. Okay, crypto is a risk because it takes the control and power away from these suits, these corpos. They're sitting behind these big named banks, taking money off of you every single year without you even turning an eye. The entire monetary system, the entire banking system is a complete circus show. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous on how things are set up. And, for the ECB, the executive board member of the ECB to say that unbacked digital assets should be treated as if they're gambling activities while pushing the euro. I mean, come on. You seriously can't make this nonsense up. And we also do see over here. So Timothy Masad, shout out to XR1_XRP. One of the main reasons for stablecoins is that its competition, it incentivizes innovation. China's starting to set cross-border standards, and it's a threat to the dollar as a reserve currency. That's why we got to be at the table. Listen closely to this. Let me turn this up real quick.
They're not incented today
to innovate today.
Right, that's the problem.
And so how do you kind of change
No,
that
I mean, I think
dynamic?
that's one of the main arguments for stablecoins is it's competition. It incentivizes innovation.
Right.
In the
And then I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On the China side of it, question, China is expanding dramatically the ECNY
right.
in China itself. But there is an implied aspect of that, which is they're starting to set their first mover advantages to them of setting standards for cross-border payments.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're starting to define the
Absolutely.
technological standards
Yep.
and the principles
Absolutely.
by which those occur. And that does seem like it would be in some ways a threat to the dollar as a reserve currency and the structure.
No, that's why we need to be at the table. We need to be further along in the R&D so that we can at least be at the table.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm telling you, this is why they're terrified of crypto. This is why they continue to tout their nonsense around crypto. Oh, crypto's this, crypto's that. You risk this, you risk that. They're pushing it like that because it not only challenges the US dollar as a reserve currency, right? But it fundamentally changes the entire landscape of the monetary system in a way that they do not like. And what do I mean by that? Well, guess what? It's giving power back to the people. They don't want you to have power like that. They want full control over what you do with your money. Don't believe me? We recently just reported on the ECB, actually. We reported on their digital euro, their CBDC. You remember what it said? Oh, yeah, that's right. Spending restrictions per month. You get a budget per month. If you don't spend that budget per month, it does not fall into the next month. It gets completely wiped clean and you start over with that same exact amount. Like, I don't think people realize this. Like this is what they want. This is the game that they are playing. They are playing this game where if crypto doesn't play into their regulations, they're going to go after it. They're going to go after it. They're going to try to harm it as much as possible. I mean, we might even see a future crypto market where regulations get so bad to the point where retail can't even touch crypto. And I've seen this. I've talked about this in the past, where regulators want to go so strict with crypto rules and regulations, where it's only the bankers that can utilize this tech. It's only the bankers and the financial leaders of the world that can utilize this tech. And if we get to that point, it is going to be a dark world. And you could see their game that they're playing. I mean, the SEC, like the lawsuit around the SEC with Ripple, I really do think that you would have to be asleep at the wheel to not see the blatant corruption from the SEC side. Again, like XRP, like going back to this initial statement over here, like we've already seen proper regulations around XRP. Ripple has been so transparent. You know, you could call Ripple whatever you want. You could say Ripple is this, Ripple's that. You could say XRP is this, you could say XRP is that. You know, go look at Ethereum. Tell me where the Ethereum Foundation's transparency is. Show me the transparency without giving me a video of Vitalik Buterin saying, hey, we dumped on investors back in the all-time highs of 2017 and 2018 with Ethereum. I mean, that's like the only transparency that we've seen. Besides that, you know, they've had anonymous ICO investors, big name players, by the way. They've been trying to be as anonymous as possible. And guess who's just up that alley? The SEC, trying to hide information, trying to make sure that the public never sees certain documents, certain information. Because guess what? If that information seen the light of day, you'd be shocked. You'd be shocked on what happens right within the U.S. country in an agency that gets paraded around as protecting investors. The only thing that they are protecting is their wallets and the big bankers' wallets. They do not care about, you know, Johnny down the street and what he's investing in. No, they don't care. They just care about JP Morgan, Citi, the big banks. Because guess what? They make money hand over fist from you, from me, from anyone in the United States that has a bank account, that's making transactions. They don't want to say goodbye to that. And that's why we are at such a big moment in the history. Not only in crypto history. No, we're at at a very, very incredible area of opportunity around technology. Right? Because very similar to the early days of the internet, where they wanted to ban the internet, they wanted to control the internet, they wanted to make sure that you and me, you know, can't do anything with the internet. We're at that same exact moment, except this moment is not going to be about, okay, the internet. No, this is going to reshape society forever. And I'm not just talking about society in terms of like, you know, devices that they use. No, this is going to change the way that value is created, value is moved, value is settled. Going to fundamentally change the way that, you know, we utilize every single thing on a day-to-day basis, because it's changing the fundamental monetary system, the core infrastructure of everything. That is why this entire case is so much bigger than just XRP and Ripple. Doesn't even matter if you hold XRP. This is such a big moment. I know that's been going on for 2 years, but this case is much larger than what anyone can really perceive it to be. And with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, hope that you all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are in this beautiful world, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.